Hey everybody, it's Bondal and Jolly with Elevate in 365, and thanks for tuning in to today's casual conversation. I am sitting with Darity Wesley, and Darity was an attorney working inside of the real estate sector for 35 years, and has since retired from that profession and moved into writing. And she is an award-winning author. She has also coined a deaf diva and a modern-day oracle. So, Darity, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity.
And so we're going to have some fun today. And I know, you've written multiple books. And one of them, we deal with this topic of taming your monkey mind. So let's just dive right in. What the heck is a monkey mind?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think that we all have one. Recently I had a conversation with a gal, and I was saying to her, I was talking about taming that monkey mind. And I said, we all have one, and she says, maybe two. I go, oh, yeah, maybe there's a committee in there sometime. So the monkey mind, really, I started talking about the monkey mind many years ago, and I wrote about it in my book, How to Be the Real You. And people ask me all the time in part of conversation, what is the monkey mind? And really, we all have a monkey mind, right? And it's that typical mind chatter. It's things to do, fears to fear, childhood memories to come up with, worries to have, judgments to make on ourselves and others. I mean, it's that kind of thing, that incessant chatter that goes on in our mind. And that's what the monkey mind is. So I think everybody knows what I'm talking about out there. So I think the good news is that we can tame it and train it. And when we talk about the real estate industry, I think that one of the most important things we can do is have authenticity and trust with our clients. And not only our clients, but our colleagues, and of course in real life. So I think taming and training the monkey mind is what helps us break free and step into authentic selves, who we really are. And that's what I've written about, is how to be the real you. I've also written a book called You Can Transform Your Life, because I think that all of us, day by day, when we're working so hard, need an opportunity to look at things in a different way as we go along these days, these changing times that we're living in.
And it's interesting, Darity, you talk about the monkey mind, and, of course, I work in software and technology, and people get overwhelmed with technology, and it's there to help streamline and make your days easier, right? But yet people get so consumed with it, and then they get into the social media, right? And that adds to the chatter of the monkey mind.
It does. Sure. It does. It does. We have to learn how to stop that.
It's true. We just keep today. I think we have more chatter going on. We have more channels for that chatter, and we really get fixated inside of that. So how do we break free? How do we break free of our monkey mind, Darity?
Well, it's a practice. It's a practice. It continues forever. It's not something that you go, oh, good, I've taken care of that, because it keeps on keeping on. But there's several things that I use. I use mantras, use meditation. There's ways to stop, finding quiet time, finding time for contemplation, sometimes just in your car, when you're busy and you're working all the time, or you've got many things going on, sometimes just that quiet time. That's part of taming the monkey mind, is taking time to be with yourself and to come up with a mantra. One of the things I talk about is a mantra, and there's several that I use. One is love and trust. I say love and trust over and over and over again. Another one I say to stop the monkey mind is may peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. And sometimes when I find myself driving along and we're out there making up those scenarios, those things like, well, I could have, would have, should have said this and that and the other thing, because we're all doing that. I say, hey, get back here. Get back here. Be here now. Be here now. And so it stops the monkey mind from being out there in the future or in the past, because it takes us there all the time, and gives us the ability to come back to where we are right here, right now. So when we bring ourselves back to the present moment, it stops the monkey mind. And the monkey mind sometimes needs to be listened to. So there's other things we have to do. We have to reason it. My best thing is to bring it here and now. But when I'm driving along and I see somebody out on the street and I make a judgment on that person. Oh my goodness, hey, stop it. So it's a practice, but it's a constant practice. But what it does is gives us that time and space in our mind to be in touch with what's really going on, with what we need to do, with what we need to accomplish, with our goals, with our intentions. So it gives us the ability to slow that down, because when it's going all the time, boom, it's like you don't have an opportunity to even think twice about what's going on, because that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Takes the sun rides.
And then how we're always multitasking, right? And that's not always the most positive thing. So I might be checking emails, texting with somebody, trying to like engage with my children who just got home from school, right? And you kind of get
Right.
into this pattern where it can be very overwhelming, and you're not really being true and present, in any of
Exactly.
those moments.
Right. I mean, that's kind of my mantra. My mantra too is to just put one foot in front of the other. So I might be doing more than one thing at a time, but I'm staying fully conscious in the now when I'm doing it. Because, we have the ability with our human superpowers to slow ourselves down, to slow time down, to really accomplish what we need. We think we don't, but we do. And so when we take that different set of consciousness and we put ourselves in a place where we understand that we have these places where we can slow ourselves down. We can do definitely, particularly doing more than one thing at a time. When you're texting and you can keep the monkey mind on the behind side while you're doing this, not letting it. Now, a lot of people say, I don't want to get rid of it. You don't want to get rid of your monkey mind. We need our monkey mind. It's what keeps us on time, tells us where we need to be. So there's value. You don't want to shoot it away, but you just need the arrows, the tools in your toolbox to be able to shut it down when it gets going crazy on you, because you need to be here now. And that way you can multitask. You can do everything that you need to do, because you've got that quiet, that inner peace inside. It gives you the ability to accomplish the things you need to accomplish. And that, of course, steps into how you become more authentic. Because when you tame that monkey mind, you're not reacting. And that's something that the monkey mind does too, just talking about the monkey mind. The monkey mind reacts. When something happens, the monkey mind is right there, boom. And when you have your monkey mind tamed, it gives you the ability to respond as opposed to react, rather than just jumping into emotionally, whatever. Gives you time, gives you a little bit of time to think, how do I want to react in this situation? Or do I even want to respond? So it gives you a space and time to think about that. That's another value in taming the monkey mind. But then it helps us to step into our authenticity. And that's what I've written about. And that authenticity is what I think is important with our clients, our colleagues, our friends, to establish a stronger connection with every person we meet, because we're being real. And one of the things I've found is when you're being real, it allows other people to be real too. So you can drop the pretensions, you can drop the, la-di-da kind of stuff, and be who you really are. And if that's who you are, that's good to be too, But so I've come up with, Bandana, I've come up with 5 keys to unlocking the real you, which I'd love to share with our audience.
Please
And the
do.
5 keys, if I remember them, the 5 keys are, stop caring what other people think. Ooh, that's a good one. To accept yourself. That's another good one. And these are all practices. These are all things that we need to incorporate into our life. And as we work on them step by step, and we continue to work on them, I mean, this is an ongoing lifetime project of self-discovery. To accept yourself, lose the past. A lot of people are still connected to the past. A lot of people still think about the past. It doesn't even exist anymore. I mean, memories are good, of course, but to live in the past, or to have your life be in the past. Now, same thing with the future, being in the here and the now. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable is another one of those real authentic things. I remember the first time I decided I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeve, and you know what? People can just get over it. I'm going to be me, and you like me or you don't like me, that's the way it is. So allowing yourself to be vulnerable is another one of those keys. And the last one is being open and honest with yourself and with others. And a lot of people say, criticism I always want to say this, just criticism is not being honest, Well, you look like junk today. Well, I'm just being honest. Well, no, that's criticism. Criticism is not necessarily being honest. And so those are the 5 keys that I write about in my book, How to Be the Real You. And
And
that's all
Darity,
part of Taming the Muck Mind.
if anybody wants to pick up any of your books, where should they go? Amazon,
They're all
Audible?
on Amazon, right? The perfect timing for starting the new year is the book How to Transform Your, or You Can Transform Your Life, was set up to be a 52-week process. So it's got something like the first one is creating a new way of life, and then there's a page to journal about that and questions. I've got a workbook that goes with both of the books called How to Be the Real You, Go Deeper, and You Can Transform Your Life, Go Deeper. And there's exercises in there, and there's ways to work on self-discovery in a very easy, non-time element, So they're on Amazon. I do something that I send out a love message called Love from the Lotus World once a month. And you can sign up at daritywesley.com. And that kind of has a lot of different things, whatever's going on, whatever. The last one I had were symptoms of inner peace was another one. I've had stuff about the 1111 and a lot of different information that I send out in my once a month news message, Love from the Lotus World. You can sign up on the website. And then I just put up Tame That Monkey Mind Facebook page. And I also just launched last week the Tame That Monkey Mind website. So you can all hook up with me through those through my email or through my website, through my Facebook page. And all the books are available on Amazon. And I've got a Kindle version of the How to Be the Real You.
Well, that's fantastic. So everybody, while you're doing your holiday shopping, buy yourself a gift too and tap into Darity's 52-week-long program. It sounds fantastic. I will be doing it myself. And Darity, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing some of your wisdom. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We release new content every Friday. And if you want to learn about Elevate, visit us at tryelevate.com and look in the description for all of the links out to Darity's information that she just provided. Thanks, guys. See you next week.